This is week 3. Crystal Marshall here. I haven't even given you my social media profile, so I'm going to put them down on the bottom here if you don't follow me. But we have a whole community of people in this area in Hampton Roads that shoot at my studio, that I mentor, that I coach, that I design for, that I do all sorts of really cool websites and designs for. So join the fun, join in the craziness, and join in my crazy life. I'm a homeschool mom. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've been learning stuff this last couple of weeks. The first week we talked about forming your LLC, what paperwork to use, how to get your business license. Every state is different, so look into your credentials and things that are needed for your area and your expertise. Week 2, we talked about websites. Do you need a website, your pricing point, and all sorts of great resources are on my free website, ladybossresources.com. It has literally valued over $300 worth of content, social media, IG courses on there, my full-time marketing book is on there, free PDF, a workbook to work through with your teens or kids or even yourself on your small business idea. And today we are going to cover, marketing, how do you get your name out there, photography, what does it look like on a daily basis? So we're going to be hitting the ground running today, a lot of really cool details. And the first thing you have to say is, okay, I have my LLC, I have my paperwork, I know what I'm going to charge. I may or may not have a website depending on my price point right now, what my goals are. But obviously, nobody's going to buy your product if they've never heard of you, okay? So you need to figure out, one, you need to get your Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever social media platform that you choose to use. Let's stop there. Real quick, which one should you use? I always tell people, which one are you going to interact with the most? If you're a young person and you interact with people on TikTok and you like TikTok and you like seeing the young people dance and do all this stuff and you like being silly and do all sorts of lip syncing stuff and you're hitting the young people crowd and you're selling products for the teens and the preteens and the college people, TikTok might be for you. If you are a millennial and you like a little bit more aesthetic, a little bit more streamlined process, selling products with your Shopify, Instagram might be for you. If you are older like me and you have been doing Facebook since the get-go, like circa 2004, 2005, all of your contacts are on there, all the people that you meet in the community, all your church friends are on there, all your grandmom friends and aunties and all the people that you have in your old job from 1997 are on there. You know what? No shame in the game. We've been on there for the last almost 12 years. We have our entire, media platforms on there. We have thousands of followers on there. People tag us, they recommend us, we interact on there, we get messaged all the time. There's no fear in any of them. They're all different. They all hit different market groups. But you have to figure out what's going to work well for you. The last thing I want is to be like, oh, you got to get on all of them. And then you have to make all these dances. Nobody has time for that, okay? Nobody. I always tell people, hey, you only have like 30 minutes to an hour every single day to post for your business. Make it count. Be consistent. Show up daily. Do stuff that's going to benefit your people. If that's on Facebook, great. If that's on Instagram, great. If that's through TikTok, awesome. Sure, in an ideal world where you have all the time in the world and you're sitting around making TikToks and you can go on Instagram and repost it and then go on Facebook, sure, have at it, knock yourself out. But in a real world, you only have like 30 minutes before the kids get up, you're on the treadmill, you're just posting for your business, you want to get in, get out, okay? What should you post? Well, I have a whole Instagram course on this very page that talks about the rotations of things, how to set up a schedule. For me, I'm a busy mom, so having a schedule of like Monday motivation, a helpful quote, Tuesday tip, a good tip, a trick, stuff you've learned in your business, picture of you working behind the scenes. It could be like work Wednesday, work with me behind the scenes, a little 2-second to 7-second to 10-second something of you working behind the scenes, you shopping for your product at the store, getting props, whatever it may be. That's a little glimpse into your behind the scenes. It could be Thursday, I don't know what you want to do. I don't have anything funky for Thursday. It could be like Thursday, and you talk about like what you're drinking today, like if you're a coffee person, or maybe you have a workout drink you drink, or Maybe you're a smoothie person. I don't know. You can think of something for Thursday. For Friday, it could be like, Introduction Friday, where you talk about your life. It could be Friendly Friday, where everybody tagged, 3 friends, whatever. I mean, you can make whatever schedule you want, but you need to be consistent, show up daily. For me, I just kind of feel it out, see if I'm just walking around my day, I'm at the store, I'm at this, I'm at the park with my kids, so I'm just filming constantly. Like, I'm just making little small videos of us cuddling on the couch or reading books. And at my work site with my husband, we're putting in bricks in the house, whatever it may be. I'm just constantly doing little snippets here and there, and I can just repackage that for later. That works for my schedule. It might not work for your schedule. I don't have time to be like, oh my gosh, now what do I put? I don't have time for that. Once a week, I've been in this habit for the last almost 12 years of blogging once a week, just about a very helpful, very important topic, what software to use here, what website to use there, blah, blah, blah. And you can see just a snippet of those blogs right on this website, ladybossresources.com. It has over 30 plus blogs that I have been documenting my process for the last 12 years. I repackage that, put it on social media, repackage that, put it on YouTube, whatever, and that's been working for me. Everybody's different. Okay, now think through, write down what works for you, what's a schedule of posting that you can do for your schedule and your time and your patience and what you can do. How do you post? Okay, what are some software? There's so many software out there. What's even a good picture to post? What do I do? Okay, I'm telling you right now, if you want to take photos on your phone, look for plain, simple backgrounds. Go to the Dollar Tree and get yourself a little, white poster board, or a black poster board, or some just textures from the Dollar Tree, and maybe your wooden floor in your house, maybe it's a little, tile in your bathroom, your shower, your kitchen, whatever, that you can do some product stuff, that you can, feature some of the things that you sell. Great, awesome. If you're walking around like me and you're a service-based business, maybe you have somebody, one of your kids, your husband, your dog, whatever, take some behind the scenes of you working. It doesn't have to be pretty, doesn't have to be whatever. For like video content or stories, that kind of thing, all that doesn't need to be professional. I'm using an iPhone 8 way back when, and I do that on purpose because I want to coach people and I want to show people that you don't have to have the greatest, latest, iPhone 12 in order to grow businesses, successful businesses. I have old apps on there. I use Video Leap. I use Motion Leap on there. I have GoDaddy Studio on there. I use Snapseed when I was first doing, that kind of thing. Now I use Lightroom Mobile. So I pay for certain apps that help me to build content with my older phone so that I can show what I do. Okay. If you are blessed with the iPhone, whatever the newest model is, I don't even know, awesome. Great, and they have a lot of built-in software in there and a lot of great editing tools on there as well. Getting yourself a really nice video light or ring light would be a really great investment as well. If you want something very soft, very welcoming, I'm using a video light right now to shoot this video. So just think through, write down, like, okay, am I taking, me, doing products, like what kind of lighting should I use? I would definitely think through, if you're going to be selling products and you are the photographer, think through lighting, think through backdrop, think through how you're going to sell that product, and some apps that help you sell those products. If you're a service business provider, do some trade-off services with the professional headshot photographer or somebody that's just starting out. You guys can swap services. I do that a lot with people that are starting out. I also, maybe have my husband or my kids, whatever, do it on portrait mode, so I have some headshots of me or me working behind the scenes. But honestly, a lot of the content that I put on my sites are commercial-free license. I just don't have time to be doing stock photos all the time of me working and cameras and hanging out with people and whatever. I don't have time. So there's commercial-free sites that you can use any of their content on your pages with no, hesitation. You don't have to attribute them or anything. Unsplash is one, Pixabay, and Pexels are my top 3 sites that I'm literally taking. I'm taking video, stock photo. I'm taking vector graphics for when I do maybe design I just want to show something behind the scenes or whatever, and I don't have time to be doing all this content making all the time. I mean, we have 4 accounts. We have all these businesses. We homeschool. I don't have time for that, and there's no shame. And these are some tools that I've been using, and I use for clients. I use on their websites. I use, when I'm making a video, like intro video for a client, whatever, I'm using stock footage from there. I'm using stock photos from there. I'm using, stock vectors to like help me make some kind of icon on their website. I don't have time to be hand-drawn stuff all the time, and it's the tools that you need to use. It's there for that reason. It is literally there. It's not, nothing illegal is about it. It says free to use, commercial free. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you don't claim it as your own, it's like, oh, I designed this or I made this. I always say like, hey, like these are some great stock sites I used. I always tell the people that I work with, just to let you know, these stock photos are from this site. FYI, if we want to put it on the website, whatever, and they're like, oh no, it's cool as long as it's commercial free, that's cool. So I just let people know it's good to have that as a resource. How do I post so quickly? Let me just talk that down. Everybody has some kind of notes app on their phone. Mine's free, it's like a little notes thing. What I do is when I have, time to sit down and think of all these like really interesting things to say, like book us now for your blah, 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 make sure you tag us. Then I sit down and I type it all out, and I go research hashtags in my area, hashtags for my local area, hashtags for people that are using trending hashtags in this, particular region, whatever. It might be my town hashtag, it might be my own hashtag, it might be, food lovers, hashtag food lovers, whatever. So I'm doing like a generic one, I'm doing a couple like location specific ones. Hashtag Norfolk, hashtag Virginia Beach, hashtag Hampton Roads, whatever. So I get like a whole list about, 20 or 30 hashtags. Then I put them in my notes with a nice little copy. Then all I have to do every single morning is I go find the note that I've already written. I've already thought through what I'm going to say. I write maybe a sentence or two as I'm on the treadmill, like, hey, I love how we did this and this for this client. And then I slap on that pre-made text that I already took the time to make, already had all the hashtags, blah, 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 done. That's how I'm able to post so fast. And I have notes that are separated in different folders, depending if I'm selling a product, depending if I'm selling, handyman services, or if I'm selling this person's cake, whatever, my mom's nonprofit. I have all these notes that do different things for that reason, so that I can post quickly, I can get in and get out. I make sure I location tag every single photo so that people can find me in like Alexandria, Virginia, or Chesapeake, or whatever. And so people that are searching for that location, they find me, their hashtag, they find me. I make sure I share the stories every day. As soon as I post, I share the stories. I make sure if it's video content, I'm sharing to Reels, because video is 100% more likely, 100 times more likely, to be clicked on, viewed, looked, or bought than a photo. So always make sure at least once a week you have 2 or 3 videos, of you doing behind the scenes, a how-to, a quick tip, you talking about something. Video is key. If you don't learn anything else, get into video or use your phone for video. Okay, now we are going to talk about switch gears. So posting every day, get a schedule, make notes about what you're going to post, have a definite time, a consistency, get on the social media platform that you're going to interact with. Awesome. That shouldn't be your only marketing strategy though. You should have other ways to reach people. We talked about last time making a mailing list, making an SMS list. People you meet in the community should have conversations with you. I can get to a business card in 2 minutes. I'm standing in line, hey, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. Oh, like, look at my shirt, blah, blah, blah. And then that goes into what do you do? What do you do? And then business card. 2 minutes. Okay? When I'm out in the community, when I'm at church, I'm wearing my merch. You can get a free merch store going on tpublic.com. I have like over 300 products on there, and I make monthly income from that as a passive income source. And we will do more about that next time, passive income streams and my 3 streams of income and how you can do that and all that. But I'm just letting you know, when you're on the community, always have business cards on you. If you are not organized like me and not able to have paper business cards and protective sleeves to keep them in because I have so many bags and whatever, a QR code, a custom QR code, Wix has a free generator that you can do with no subscription. that you can make a QR code, print it on a card, print it on a sticker, print it on your home computer, laminate it with some tape, and you can have people scan the QR code to get on your Facebook, get on your social media, hit up your mailing list, whatever you want people to do as you're meeting people in the community. You can blow it up the size of a poster and put it next to your booth at an event. You can have it on a shirt, so when people meet you, you can say, oh, here's my business, blah, blah, blah. And so those are some other ways to get people to, like you, share you, whatever. The way that it has worked for me, I'm meeting somebody at the park, I'm meeting somebody at church, and I say, oh, let's be friends on Facebook or follow me on Instagram. And I go and I pull up my phone and I pull up my account, I pull up my phone, whatever, and I say, oh, here's me on Facebook, oh, here's me on Instagram. And they go and they follow me right there. And then usually on Facebook, I see that they follow me, we start DMing each other. That's what has been working for me. Everybody has to find their own way, connecting with their clients, connecting with people that they know, constantly talking about your business, constantly bringing up yourself. It is okay. Sorry. This is what being a small business owner is. You are constantly doing stuff. You're talking to people. You got to network. You can't be shy. You got to walk up to people. At church, to get my first photography leads, I was literally just wearing my camera. I was volunteering for every photography, team, and I need somebody to come here and cover this event, cover this. I was showing up every single time the doors were open, so they always saw, oh, me with camera. And then that would turn into, oh, that's the girl with the camera. I need to talk to her about my wedding. I need to talk to her about my senior photo. I need to talk to her about my branding, whatever. And so that turned into, they just saw me always at church with my camera, all the time. So they would just connect me with that thing. If you were at a soccer team, bring your camera every time, wear your shirt. If you're at a yoga thing, bring your camera, volunteer to take photos, volunteer to train services with the company, wear your shirt. You're at the dance troupe, volunteer to take headshots of all the kids. Yeah, you could charge a fee if you want to, but if you're getting your feet wet and you literally know nobody, ask if you can take some photos of the girls, whatever. Have them sign something. And so these are creative ways to get out there. I have not paid any money for Google Ads for any of our businesses. I have paid for some Facebook boosting, but personally, it hasn't really worked for me. I would lose $200-300 every single time wedding season would come around. It hasn't worked for me. And I've taken classes. I know some people where it has worked for them and they've been very successful with Facebook boosting, with Facebook ads, with that kind of thing. I feel like personally, unless your foundation is already down, you already have a system in place, you already have things ready, you already have mailing list cooking or a website or a personal thing, I feel like yes, you might get a lot of leads if it does go crazy, but unless you have a sustainable foundation to get those people in, to get a mailing list, to get all the things in gear in your organization done, you might be really, really busy for like a season, but then do you have that system to keep you going and sustain you for a whole year, a whole cycle, and then another cycle, and then another cycle, and do that for 12 years? That's my thing about that. Okay. So having a system that you can sustain, having a way that you can get up, you can be consistent, having a way that you can promote your business that is not overwhelming, that you can handle. That is what I'm passionate about. I see a lot of moms that love doing their business for like the first year. They get super excited and they buy $20,000 worth of gear and packaging and branding and blah, blah, blah. First year comes and goes. They can't sustain it. They spent all their money. They don't know how that fits into their schedule. They're burned out. They're overwhelmed. Their mental health is suffering. You have to find a way to sustain it. You have to find a way to make residual income all year long, multiple streams of income, which we'll talk about next time. But most importantly, keeping your mental and physical health strong and sustainable. And we're going to talk about that next time. Again, thank you for joining us for week 3, Lady Boss. See you guys next time. Make sure you see my website, ladybossresources.com. Find me on Facebook, Virginia Marketing and Media, on Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Have a good one. See you next time.